The
Two
greater
rebounds?
issue is
Come on.
Serge Ibaka is 6'10". Okay, the Raptors got out rebounded yesterday by a severe margin. Let me just find it here. It was something like 52 to 31. All right.
Really?
Yeah. Okay.
That's bad.
Serge Ibaka is 6'10" and only had one rebound. And it's funny. I was talking to an uncle during the game, and when Danny Green was clanking his threes, he says, "Danny Green is making me sick." I said, I can live with missing a shot. What I cannot live with is when you don't have the work ethic and tenacity and the will to win. That's what rebounding is. Rebound is not very much about skill.
Yeah.
It's who wants that ball more. Who's here tonight to battle. And we got out battled on the boards. And second chance points wasn't wasn't a big difference when it came to the total for each team. But it was the rebound. You got limited.
Yeah.
You couldn't get offensive rebounds, couldn't get defensive rebounds. For the total of the game was about 52 to 30, which is atrocious. And let's just go back to one adjustment that your guy Marc Gasol needs to make. All right?
Let's hear it.
Philly switched their whole strategy in terms of the defensive matchups, right? So for the whole game, they put Ben Simmons on Kawhi Leonard, which in game one, you saw mixes of him, Butler, and Tobias Harris. Okay? And then they put Joel Embiid on Pascal Siakam, which is very effective because that bigger body, which is kind of quick, he covered him a lot better than Tobias Harris did the previous game. So then that leaves the biggest mismatch on the court in the Raptors' favor. All right? A 7'1" Marc Gasol is going against a 6'9" scrawny Tobias Harris. And what does he do offensively? 5 points. I think he had 6 field goal attempts for the night. Went 1 for 6. You're 7'1" going to 6'9". You can't tell me you can't get more than 7 boards in your almost 40 minutes of gameplay and that you can't get more than 5 points. The problem is Gasol refuses to go inside on the offense. He just stands at the high paint at the 3-point line, sets a screen, and as soon as he gets the ball, there's so many times where he's wide open to take a shot, and he's like, oh, I have 10 feet of space, where's the pass? Yeah. And he refuses to dribble the ball in a Toronto Raptors uniform. And it's dumbfounding. You gave up 4 players for this guy and he can't dribble the ball? I get what he's doing defensively, sure, I'll give you that.
But I feel like that's his role. Like, his role is not
No,
there
when
to
you're
be
losing
an
in a game like this,
presence.
Okay, but you're talking about depth, right?
Yeah.
When Siakam is having trouble and Danny Green can't give you no scoring and Kyle Lowry gives you 20, but Siakam can't give it to you.
Siakam gave you 23 last night.
Okay, but on a bad field goal percentage and shoot, he wasn't as effective.
Yeah,
and he's going against Joel Embiid. That's not an easy 20.
It's not.
That's tough. He's banging and scraping, missed a lot more shots.
But
you
again,
need
you're
your
talking about
center.
a healthy Siakam to a sick, throwing up.
Siakam should do
Embiid.
better, but that's a tough matchup. I don't fault Siakam for that.
But
and he's used to going against guys who are 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", not against guy who's 7'2" on the inside. Those sky hooks, those layups become a lot more difficult. But to get back to my main point, your center, who you trade 4 players for and supposed to make the difference making the playoffs, has to contribute more than 5 points and more than 6 field goal attempts.
Has he not made a difference?
Not on the offensive side.
Okay, but
besides setting screens up top and a couple good passes a game.
Raptors have had one game this whole playoffs that the opposing team has scored 100 points. One game.
Okay, I gave you the defense. I said besides a couple players, he's played defense.
What did Kawhi say after Game 5?
What did he say?
He said, "Hey, whether we win or lose is whatever. As long as we can keep the other team below 100 points,
did he
I'm
say
happy
that?
with
Because
it."
that is dumb.
It's true though.
The point of basketball in the playoffs is to win the game. Who cares to keep it under 100 if you lose?
But they know they're gonna win if you keep the team under 100.
Okay, and then why did you lose last night? You had no depth help, and Marc Gasol is if you look at that depth chart, after your top 3 guys, Marc Gasol's got to be next to step up. Why is he gone from averaging 12 to 15 in Memphis to 5? Every game, he's getting 5 points, 5 points, 5 points, 5 points.
In Memphis. Him and Conley, who else?
So now he forgot how to. So now he forgot how to play offense.
No, but
because the ball's not in his hand.
When he was doing all that offensively in Memphis, they lost every single fucking game. They didn't win a game.
That's because they're just atrocious.
They were atrocious,
but support,
and they were atrocious because Gasol was their main offensive player.
Yeah, I don't need him to be our main. I just need him to help out with more than 5 points as a starting player.
The ball movement on the court, you see him like he works the offense.
Yeah, he works some movement.
He doesn't have to be scoring.
But it's all on the perimeter. What center?
He's passing around.
What center in the league plays just on the perimeter besides DeMarcus Cousins? And he's the only guy who should.
Well, Joel Embiid was playing a lot on the perimeter last night too.
Again, left knee tendonitis and feeling sick. And Joel Embiid is a much better perimeter player than Marc Gasol. Would you not agree? Would you not agree?
What?
Who's a better perimeter player between Joel Embiid and Marc Gasol? One guy can play in the perimeter and one cannot.
I'd say Joel Embiid.
Exactly. So why is Marc Gasol stuck at the 3-point line, just setting screens and making passes?
Where would you say Joel Embiid is better in his game? In the perimeter or on the inside? In the paint.
Each center is better in the paint.
And where are they keeping Joel Embiid? On the perimeter.
You're going away from my main point here. Is why can Marc Gasol not turn his back, get down low, and have somebody toss him that ball? He's got Tobias Harris on him.
Yeah, but Tobias Harris was defending him really well last night.
You got 5 inches above him. Just turn and put that ball in.
As we saw in the Patrick Beverley Kevin Durant matchup, height does not always make that big of a difference.
Actually, as we saw the next game after,
okay,
it does. He dropped 50 on Beverly's head.
This is a point guard to a 7-footer.
Yeah,
that's a drastic.
That's a dumb comparison you're making because you're scrambling for answers here.
No, but I'm saying that it happens. Kyle Lowry too. When he defends the big man, he does a lot better most of the time because he keeps them on the outside. You can shoot right over him, but how many people can?
Okay,
that's not Gasol's game. He doesn't just shoot up straight into someone's face.
No, I'm not saying to pull up on the 3 with Tobias. I'm saying take him down low. Take him down low and post up. I've barely seen him turn his back in a Toronto Raptors uniform. And when he has, he's hit them.
But I feel like he hasn't needed stuff. Like when you have a guy like Kawhi Leonard who's dropping over 30 points every single game. He doesn't need to do that much.
He doesn't need to do it game by game. But on a game by game basis, you have to evaluate what's going on and see where does your team need you more tonight. It's like Kyle Lowry.
And hey, he threw up a bunch of threes last night, and he missed most. I think he only hit one. Gasol.
Yeah, he was 1 for 6. He sucked. But you gotta evaluate that moment and that game and see where you can help your team. And that's why I'm saying, you just proved my point. Thank you. We can move on to the next topic. Why is he staying at the 3-point line when he's not even that good of a shooter this year? Get inside and do your damn job. Don't need it every night, but I need it when our offense is stuck. Give us something different. Without him doing that, it's just Siakam going to the inside, and that's two. Then you're doubling Siakam.
This was also my exact argument with Kyle Lowry in Game 1 against Orlando Magic, and you were telling me, look at his plus and minus, look at the stuff he does around the court.
Kyle Lowry.
When I'm telling you, when we need you offensively and you don't show up,
But Kyle Lowry that game still did way more than Gasol did last night.
Gasol 100,000%. 5 assists, 7 rebounds.
5 assists. You want a trophy for 5 assists? That's all. You better get 5 assists when you don't dribble the ball and all you do is pass. You better damn right get 5 assists. If you don't, why are you there?
Okay, and Lowry had 0 points. This guy at least put up 5. Which probably could have won us that.
He's also inside, and it's easier to score for a center than a point guard.
That's a stretch. It's easier to score.
You're closer to the net. Higher odds. If you look at all the signs.
But you also have another big man guarding you. Okay,
so if you're Kyle Lowry, you have a guy same your size guarding. We're arguing apples and oranges here.
We are,
but the point is, you need you're not getting the depth from the bench. They've been terrible this playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You want to put the blame on someone.
No,
look at the plus and minus of these players coming off the bench.
The playoffs.
They're a liability to be on the court.
It's the playoffs. I don't need them to play. You need your starters to bring it every night. The rotations are way tighter.
It's baffling that you have fucking Frederick VanVleet.
I agree.
Playing at all.
What
he hasn't been good at all. Like, even during the season. Yeah. Where is this idea that he should be fucking playing 15 minutes?